All right, guys, we got a little more in-depth question here today. That's why I've got some notes here. What is your working day like? People want to know. You want to know. What's it going to be like when you come to my house? What do you need from me? You know, parking, bathroom, all that kind of stuff. So we try to start around 7:30 in the morning if we're working inside your house. If we push it to 8, we can do that as well. Sometimes people are getting ready for work. So they have kids, they got to get the dog out. We pay attention to all that stuff. Personal items. It's great if you can get all your personal items out of the way of where we're working. If we're doing a whole house renovation, sometimes we put a container on site. People can literally move out, move into the container. They don't live there, they go elsewhere, but all their stuff does. Noise, sometimes people work at home. We're working in the house. If you've got Zoom calls, if you've got conference calls or things like that where you need it quiet for a bit, we can accommodate that, but it's just important to point that out so we know what's going on. You've got a pet, make sure that they're dealt with so they're safe, we're in their environment so they're not stressed out. Sometimes we need you home during the day to answer questions, but we'll try to get out ahead of that and say, hey, listen, on Tuesday I'm going to need you for an electrical walkthrough. Can you plan for an hour? And we work it out that way. Parking, you know, do you need to get out in the morning? We're coming in, it's 7:30, 7:45, or hey, Jim's always early, and you know, he parks right behind you, and that's a frustration point. So we try to talk about that on the front end, make sure that you're getting vehicles out of the way, nobody's parking on your lawn, parking in front of the neighbor's mailbox, and just generally pissing off your neighbors, which can happen. So we try to be cognizant of that. We need electricity. If we're doing a renovation in your home, we'll be tying into your electrical panel, or if we've got to run job site heat, we may tie into your dryer outlet. So there's all kinds of ways for us to invade your space. We try to be good about that for the most part. And then we just, you know, we want to know if anyone's going to be home during the project. We did a project once and there was a 95-year-old woman in her little unit, and we needed to make sure that we were taking care of her and making sure we weren't upsetting her and making big loud noises or cutting off the heat or making sure her TV stayed on so she could watch The Price is Right. So any number of things like that can come up during the day. So again, I keep talking about that. We talk about it on the front end. We set the expectation. That way, at least we've had the conversation. And then if something goes sideways, we can work it out from there.